don't know that any of this needs to be in here in the bedroom. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. It's Tuesday. That means it's time for another tiny tidy. So if you've got something that you need to tidy up around your house, grab your stuff. Come on, we'll do it together. I'll show you what I'm going to be tidying up today. For today's tiny tidy, I'm back in our main bedroom, and I'm going to be tackling this section here. Now, if you've been watching my Tiny Tuesday Teeny Tiny Main Bedroom Tidy Up series, then you may remember that there were things over there behind the door. And now they've been cleared out, tidied up, right? Well, that's because I did that on another day. But I'll be tacking that footage on with this footage so you can see this whole section tidied up in one video. Now that all that splaining's out of the way, let's get started tiny tidying. This little area shouldn't take very long to straighten up because there's really not that much here. I just need to find new homes for this stuff and run the sweeper. I personally love a bit of irony. You see that little dust pile right there? The irony is, it is that close to the vacuum cleaner that I would use to sweep it up, and yet I haven't. As you can see, this is very dusty, just like the shelf on hubby's side of the bed was. And a lot of this stuff is his, so I'm not going to be able to actually remove it from this space. I'll just move it, dust, and put the things back. There are a few things that are mine, so those things I can find a different place for them if they don't need to be here. But his stuff, I'll just tidy it up and put it back where it was. Even though I love my birdcage, it has not proven itself to be dust-worthy. Meaning, I haven't been dusting the birdcage, and I haven't been dusting the surface it was sitting on. So I'm not going to put it back up here. If I decide I want something in this space, I'll look for a picture or something that I can hang on the wall. But for now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is and continue tidying up and dusting. I'm going to ask hubby if it's okay with him, but I took everything off of the top of this shelf and moved it down here. I took all the stuff that was on this shelf out except for my llama picture. I'm going to put this computer into this bag that I found in the basement when I was decluttering down there. That way this computer that we don't use very often doesn't have to stay on the shelf in here. I can put it somewhere else and it can be safe in this tote. This is why I need to have less stuff and things have to be dust worthy because I won't move it to dust. So get in here and get this cleaned out. That's better. This is where I have another one of my little happies hidden. It's a boy's yesterday's child. She's the bride, and she has a little teddy bear and a little dolly. I didn't want to have it sitting around anymore, and I didn't want it in my curio cabinet, so I put it here. So whenever I open this door, which is not very often, I can see her, and she makes me smile. But it gets very dusty in here, as you can see, even though there's a door on it. So I'm going to go through here and see if I need to keep all of this stuff or if some of it can go somewhere else. I've had this book tucked away in this cabinet for a long time, just to protect it. But I really need to find a better place for it. And once I get finished with my decluttering, I'm going to do that. Right now, I'm just going to keep it here because it's safe here. But it's called Sunshine for Little Children. It's a very old book. Has original illustrations on wood by eminent artists, whatever that means. I don't know. Maybe you know. You can tell me. But you can see it has some beautiful pictures. And it has a copyright date of 1888 by the Sunshine Publishing Company. There's a lot of cool stories, beautiful pictures in here. And I think one of them has my dad's name in it, and that was one of the reasons that I wanted it. And so my hubby got it for me for Christmas and surprised me with it But yeah, sunshine for little children. But it needs a better home, and it will get one. I'm not going to declutter this, but I'm going to keep it here safe for now while I am still decluttering, because as you can see, it's very old and very fragile. This box just has a few CDs in it, not very many, and I have CDs in another area, so I'm going to put these CDs with the other CDs, and I'm going to ask hubby if he wants to use this box to put his CDs and DVDs in, instead of leaving them sitting out on the shelf in here. If not, I'll find something else to do with the box or let it go. This plastic shoebox has some tools and rulers and things like that in it, and for some reason we have erasers in here. I don't know why. I don't think we need those in here. We have some Statue of Liberty erasers, and I don't know what this is. It's a keychain from the Smithsonian. I don't think that needs to be in here. So I'm going to go through all this stuff and see what can go somewhere else. And I don't know that any of this needs to be in here in the bedroom. This one looks like it's going to be more of the same, just stuff that we do not need to keep. So I'm just going to go through it and see like there's just empty plastic bag, packaging, stuff like that. I went through both of these boxes really quickly and found a lot of stuff that can just go straight to the trash, and a couple of things that might be able to be donated, but the rest of it, it just needs to go somewhere else. It doesn't need to be here in the bedroom. I pulled out both of the boxes that were back there, and no surprise, they're full of books. And just at first glance, these look like some of the books that I want to read. So I'm going to take them out of these boxes and put them onto a shelf so that I will see them and remember to pull them out and read them. And this side just has some weights and things in it. I'm not going to mess with those. They're packed in there pretty well. I just took the rag and sort of tried to dust underneath as best I could. And now I have a bunch of stuff that I need to put somewhere else because it doesn't belong in our bedroom. I also have some things that I'll be giving away and some things that I'll be throwing away. I'm also going to give away the hula hoop and possibly the trash can if I can't find somewhere else in the house to put it where we will actually use it. We're not using it in here, so it doesn't belong in here. The only reason this table is over here is because I needed a place to put the bedspread when I take it off of the bed every night. Now I can put the bedspread on top of this unit at night and then put it back on the bed every day so that space remains empty, but it also serves a purpose. The next thing to do is figure out what to do with this table and the two little decorations I have sitting on top of it. Before I declutter it, I want to make sure that I can't use it anywhere else in the house. This is where I put the two little things that were sitting on the table, and yes, they are dustworthy. I actually do dust them, so they can stay. As long as I keep dusting them while they're in here, they can stay.
The wise one Yoda said, "Try not. Do or don't," he said. What you have learned, you must unlearn and set your mind instead. What owns you now, you must let go and lose the fear of loss. Now may the Fourth be with you as you do the Jedi toss.
It may not be pretty, and it may not be perfect, but it's not dusty anymore either. And that is my tiny tidy for today. Pumpkin is napping through this whole decluttering session. Yeah. If you're interested in watching more of my decluttering videos, be sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. In addition to Tiny Tidy Tuesdays every Tuesday, which is hosted by Sunday Dawn from The Helpful Home, and I will have a link in the description box below for her channel and also for the playlist for Tiny Tidy Tuesdays for this Tuesday. I also host a collab on the first Friday of every month. It is called 10 Minutes Better, and on the other Fridays of the month, currently I am doing huge declutters in my basement and my garage. And on Saturday for the whole month of May, I will be joining Jen from Happily Organized Chaos with her collab called Mega May 50 Items Per Day. And we're doing that along with Amanda Jane from Mind Your Matters. If you did a tiny tidy along with me today, let me know in the comments what you tidied up. I'd love to hear from you. Meanwhile, happy decluttering!